Welcome to Healthy Lifestyle Tips. I never counted a single calorie. I just consumed this each and every day. It is not cool, it is not pricey, and it is far from what the fitness community tends to promote. But it made me plummet down to 14% body fat in no time, and maintain it all year long. See, I was once overweight, literally obese, both physically and mentally. For 23 years, I struggled with inflammation, erectile dysfunction, back pain, depression, high blood pressure, and high blood sugar. I even battled weight loss resistance. Here's what I looked like in my early 20s. I carried the weight well, but trust me, it was still considered obese. Then I discovered something that changed everything. In just 9 months, I went from 250 pounds to 170 pounds, from 34% body fat all the way down to 6%. I then tested the same technique in thousands of individuals, and it worked for them as well. And today, I am going to teach it to you. Let's begin with the foods that transformed everything. I started consuming more fat to burn fat, but only the healthy kind of fat. Everyone believes fat puts on fat, and that can be the case if it is inflammatory fat. But there is one unique set of anti-inflammatory fats that actually cause your body to burn fat off. They're filling, regulate blood sugar, balance insulin, and flip your body's natural fat burning switch on. Here is what I consume daily: grass, fed beef and lamb, wild salmon, pasture, raised eggs with the yolk, half an avocado, per Dalton Y, a pour down of extra virgin olive oil, or drizzle it over an avocado sprinkled with sea salt, and raw nuts such as pecans, macadamias and pili nuts. When I was previously overweight, I dreaded fat. I bought low-fat versions of everything. But when I reversed that philosophy and began embracing healthy fats, my belly fat began to melt away, and the same can happen for you. Then I designed a strategic carbohydrate plan. Most days I eat fewer than 50 grams of carbs, total except on Sundays. Why? Because when you reduce carbs, you reduce blood sugar. And when you reduce blood sugar, you reduce insulin. And insulin is the key. Too many individuals type how to lose weight. That is the wrong query. The correct question is, how do I reduce insulin? Because when you reduce insulin, you unlock fat loss, melt belly fat, and get boundless energy. Carbohydrates spike glucose and insulin much more than protein or fat ever have. Research indicates that fat hardly budges the insulin needle, yet carbs send it into orbit. So, by simply staying below 50 grams of carbs per Dalton Y, primarily from greens and low glycemic fruits, such as blueberries, you will reduce insulin and burn fat effectively. But you don't have to do this every single day. On some weeks, Sundays, I spike the carbs. This maintains the metabolism adaptable and avoids plateaus. It also makes you feel less constricted. On those days, I consume healthy carbs, such as white rice, fruit, sweet potatoes, or masa chips, but keep fat minimal, below 50 grams. Never combine high fat and high carb together. This carb-cycling method keeps your metabolism robust and long-lasting. Then I began moving on purpose. No gym memberships, no hours of endless treadmills. Just walking daily. I still strive for 10,000 to 14,000 steps per Dalton Y. A 30-minute walk following your largest meal, typically dinner, provides the greatest fat burning advantage. Walking reduces your blood sugar after meals, burns fat, and suppresses appetite more effectively than a couple of hours at the gym. Throw in a few sprints or strength training sessions a few times a week, and your body becomes a fat-burning machine. On a related note, this was a total game changer for me. 2 times a week, I perform strategic sprints. Here is how: sprint all out for 20 seconds. Like you are about to be chased by a lion. Rest for 90 seconds on your back. That is 1 round. Complete 3 rounds per session, twice weekly. This easy sprinting routine burns belly fat, increases nitric oxide, reduces blood pressure and blood sugar, and cuts your risk of heart disease. It also stimulates growth hormone and testosterone, keeping you lean, strong, and young. Then I began measuring the proper metrics. not only the number on the scale, because the scale is a deceiver. It can't distinguish between fat and muscle instead. I measure my body fat, percentage, energy, sleep, and how my clothes fit. I use bio-impedance machines, occasionally DEXA scans, and sometimes calipers. These allow you to view actual progress, not changes in weight. Keep in mind that weight loss and fat loss are not the same thing. Counting calories, dieting, even medications such as Ozempic will cause you to lose weight, but much of it may be muscle. As much as 50% of weight loss with Ozempic is muscle. You don't want that. You don't want to lose weight, you want to lose body fat. That is why the scale can be deceptive. As you gain lean muscle, the weight may remain the same, but you are becoming leaner and healthier. So, I only weigh myself every 30 to 60 days. Then I began to celebrate little victories, because little changes result in huge peaks. Zone change a week. That is my motto. I didn't fix everything in one night. First, I replaced seed oils such as canola, corn, and soybean oil with better ones. Olive oil, avocado oil, butter, ghee, and tallow. Then I began walking 30 minutes post dinner. Then I eliminated carbs for breakfast and went for protein and fat. Instead, every adjustment built momentum, and momentum generated lasting change. And here are a few extra tips. Stay hydrated with good quality spring water and minerals. Most of us are mineral deficient. Fast every week for 24 hours to reboot your metabolism and energy. And don't forget your daily dose of vitamin G. That is vitamin gratitude. Gratitude is a superpower. It reduces stress, inflammation, blood sugar, and even helps you live longer. Each morning I journal 3 things I am thankful for. And then I began monitoring my sleep. When I obtain a minimum of 90 minutes of deep sleep and 90 minutes of REM sleep, losing fat is easy. Poor sleep slows everything down, regardless of how flawless your diet is. To enhance my sleep, I avoid eating at least 3 hours prior to bedtime. Maintain a cool bedroom temperature, about 65 degrees Fahrenheit, and apply mouth tape to train myself to breathe through my nose. I sleep in a sleep mask and earplugs to keep out distractions. These little changes revolutionized my recovery and fat loss. And the greatest lesson of all is this. Getting from 34% body fat to 6% and holding 14% in my 40s wasn't punishment or willpower. It wasn't about depriving myself or fixating on calories. It was all about alignment, taking out the interference and nourishing my body with actual food, daily movement, gratitude, and restorative sleep. If I can do it, you can too. Ditch the fads, ditch the quick fixes, tune into the principles that last a lifetime. And if you want to dive deeper, I am giving away a free live masterclass where I'll take this entire protocol apart step by step. Now, let's play a few fast questions. How do you stay under 50 grams of carbs without missing out? Boost your healthy fats and proteins. They will keep you full and contented. How do you count carbs? Utilize a free tracker like Chronometer. It shows you exactly how many grams you are consuming. Do you continue walking 10,000 steps even on sprint or gym days? Yes, every day. Even when I am traveling, I do it. What was the first thing that changed when you increased your fat intake? I no longer felt tired after eating. My energy stabilized and I required less caffeine. Optimal time to sprint for burning fat. Morning, preferably on an empty stomach. Don't sprint late in the evening, it gets you into trouble during sleep. I hope this lesson serves you. Share it with someone who needs it, and I'll see you in the next one.